Hello guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. So in today's video we're going to be making this handkerchief skirt we have right here. So if that sounds like something you're interested in learning, do keep on watching and let's get right into it. So guys, this is the fabric we're working with, and this is Duchess fabric, and we have 2 yards here. If you missed the previous video on how we made the top, I'll have it linked in the description bar below. So we have 2 yards of Duchess fabric here. So now I'm going to go ahead to fold the 2 yards we have here. I'm going to fold it into 2 equal parts. So this is what we have. So we have 1 yard on each side, and I'm just holding it at the middle point here. I'm also going to do the same thing for the bottom part, making sure the bottom part we are holding it equally as well. So I'm just going to hold this equally together, and we're going to join it with the top part we held earlier. So I'm just going to fold this. So this is going to have like a square shape. As you can see, it's quite long, so you might not be able to see much from the video here. So after folding it, we have 4 pieces all together like this. So now from this point here, we're going to go ahead to mark out our waist measurements. So we're going to be adding an elastic for this, but if you choose to make use of zip, then you should work with your initial measurement. So my waist measurement divided by 4, and I'm going to add extra 1 inch to that, and we're just going to mark what we have there. So I took the measurement I took is my waist measurement divided by 4, and I added 1 inch to that. So I'm just going to go ahead to mark it out, and after marking this out, we're going to cut. So I'll just mark this out, and I'm tracing the lines to meet with each other. After marking, I'm going back in with my tape just to cross check to see that everything is where they're supposed to be and my measurement is in place. So after that, I'm going to go ahead to cut this out. After cutting, this is what the opening of the skirt is looking like. So next we're going to go ahead to cut waistband for the elastic part of the skirt. So this is what the skirt is looking like. As you can see, I'm just opening this up to show you what the bottom part is looking like. Now for the band, I'm going to go ahead to take my tape and measure all the way around, and whatever I have is what I'm going to use and cut out the waistband we need. So I'm just going to fold that into 2, and what we have here is about 36 inches. So I'm going to take note of that 36 inches, and we're going to use that to cut out our band for the waist. So another thing to take note of is that we are not going to be having any cutouts at the sides of this skirt. This is simply because we're using the elastic for this, but if you were to make use of your zip, you are going to have to create a slit at the sides to enable you fix your zip. So I went ahead to cut out the waistband, and the length of this is 37 inches. This is simply because our initial length is 36 inches plus 1 inch joining allowance. So this is what it's looking like, and the width is exactly 3 inches wide. So we're going to go ahead to fold this together and sew it on this part here by ½ an inch. So this is what it's looking like after we were done sewing. So this is what we have. Now we're just going to fold this like so. I'm going to fold this down, and then I'm going to bring in our main skirt piece, and what we're going to do is we're just going to pin this down with the skirt parts right sides facing each other. So I'm going to get my pin, and then I'm just going to start pinning this all the way around. So after pinning this down, we're going to go ahead to sew this all the way around by ½ an inch. But while sewing, we're going to go ahead to leave out an opening on this part of about 1 inch, and this is because we want to pass our elastic through that opening. So we're going to go ahead to take this to the machine to sew. After sewing, this is what we have. This is what it's looking like. This is what our waist is looking like. Now we're going to go ahead to fix in our elastic from the opening we have here. Now I'm just going to go ahead to pass my elastic through the opening we created initially. So we're just going to go ahead to pass it through. So after passing the elastic through to the other side, I'm going to go ahead to hold this together and stitch this down to make sure the elastic stays in place. After joining, we went ahead to close up the opening. This is what we have. You can also go ahead to overlock the rough edges on the inside so it doesn't fray, as well as the bottom part of the skirt, or you can choose to just fold it in and sew. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. If you found this video helpful in any way, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.